just like slipped my leg. Oh, I'm so out of shape. This is a lovely pose, by the way. Hi, welcome to my channel. Before we get started, I'm gonna light this candle for self-care. It's the little things. Look, will you accept this rose? But I think it's supposed to be rosé because it smells like champagne. And I'm really, oh God, this is the world's most terrifying lighter. Why did I buy this from Walmart? I could have just got a Bic. I could have flicked a Bic, but instead I've got this thing and I don't even know what's going on here. This doesn't look good. Oh my God, it's like now it won't stop. This is not self-care. This is horrifying. Can you throw a lighter away? Is that okay? Because I feel like I should immediately throw this away. This is horrifying. At least there's a lock. I've never had a lighter with a safety lock on it before, but look now, whew, now I'm feeling more relaxed. Glad I did that. Ta-da! Lovely. Also my skeleton is back. I have great, I almost said Great Expectations, one of my favorite novels. Also, it's a very good made-for-TV movie starring Gillian Anderson. My skeleton is back. He's like 100, probably like 150 years old at this point. Would you like to get closer? You know what? I will take you closer because I always get questions asked about some of these objects behind me, particularly my snake box. And yes, this was from a snake handler church. It's one of my all-time favorite uncommon objects that I have. I've got some stuff on top of it right now, but it does latch open. I believe it's from like the Appalachian area. Somebody commented about this a couple of videos ago, and so that's why the box does say snake, it is from a snake handler church. One of the objects in my collection that I love the most, here's my 150-year-old paper mache skull torso thing. I think it actually came from an Oddfellows lodge, so blah, Illuminati. But oh, I'm about to drop this camera. But I think it was actually used in some sort of like ritual purposes, creepy, as like a mask. I think it's got like a stick on the underside, very fragile. But anyway, snake handler box, one of my favorite uncommon objects of all time. Like I literally dreamed about owning that box. Like I saw it on Instagram a couple days before I made a trip to Austin to actually buy it from Uncommon Objects, and it literally like influenced my dreams. Like that's how obsessed I am with these uncommon objects. I feel like they just like inspire me, and like sometimes I'm so into them that I'm like having some kind of dream about it. Also, I guess there's an air vent. I'm like, why is that? Maybe it's from the flames? Should I be concerned about that? You guys see my little like rotted, corroded little lampshade back there? It's like wiggling. You see that? Yeah, what? Well, maybe the vent. I don't know. There's a vent. Strange things are happening to me. Today is going to be an uncommon objects hurl. Before we get started though, I feel like we should relax. I kind of would love to bring a bit of zen into my videos. You know, can we just like count to 10 or something? Like, that's not relaxing. I feel like my lungs are going to explode. Somebody teach me some breathing techniques. Can I get into yoga? Do we count to 10? Think happy thoughts? I don't know. I don't know how I'm doing this. I don't know how to do this. Somebody teach me. But anyway, we're just gonna hang out today. We're gonna have a good time. I know people are like trying to remind me lately about like views being up or down. This might not be a video for everybody. And frankly, I just don't care anymore. Don't care about views. Tired of competing. It's not fun anymore. I just want to have fun with my life. I want to bring things that I genuinely love, that excite me, for you guys to watch, for us to share together. And if that's only like X amount of people, then that's just the way the news goes. It's still amazing, and I would just rather do things that I genuinely love and share those moments with you guys and share those experiences than like forcing myself to do stuff that I don't care about. So today I'm going to show you guys my latest batch of uncommon objects that I haven't unwrapped yet, that I got. Actually, this one I got trip before my birthday, but most of these things I got on my birthday. Nobody cares when I bought them. Let's just look at them. This is the only thing from like my last trip that I went there that I wanted to share with you guys, because I already kind of like teased you guys with it before in another video, and I was like, what's this? So it's a globe, and it's a black globe, and you have 3 seconds to guess why this globe is black. Was that 3 seconds? It's a chalkboard globe. How fascinating is that? And it's literally from turn of the century. Like I think they said like 1902, 1905. And I had a little boo-boo with it. I'm so sad. I literally like knocked it over when I was filming a video. So now it kind of is cracked here and here. And I feel so guilty about it because I do feel like this is such a rare and cool, super old object. Like literally, how does something survive for like 100 years and then I have it for 2 weeks and I break it in 5 seconds flat? But in breaking it, it was kind of like a learning lesson, and it let me know a little bit more about this object because I kind of wondered. I was like, well, did they just get a globe and then paint it black, or was this actually manufactured as a chalkboard globe? And look, it is. It's just plaster. Like I was just kind of thinking like, oh, they just painted a globe with chalkboard paint. No big deal. But this was actually made as an instructional chalkboard globe, which I just think is so fascinating. And Dogman and I kind of want to do a challenge with this and see who could draw the most countries accurately where, even though I feel like I already know he would win. Like I can like, of course, like name. No, I cannot name all the countries. I don't even know why I'm lying to say, oh, I can name all the countries. I can, of course, name all the continents and stuff like that, but I couldn't, like, draw all the countries. Like, no. I have another pile of shoes. There are a couple of objects in the store that end up sort of, like, getting turned into pieces of assemblage art like this. And so I have a couple, like some things I love so much I want to get more than once. This being one of them. I also have clusters of paintbrushes that I have a couple of. So I got another pair of shoes, and you know what, we will go ahead and take a little look-see because I feel like last time I did an uncommon objects haul, you guys really loved when I did this, when I showed you guys like the other objects I was talking about. So I'll just go ahead and take you in here. Oh, lights out. Dance, dance, dance. Do you guys remember a song that was like that? I think it came out in the 80s. I don't know. Or I'm just so old. So this is my original pile of shoes, which if you guys watch any of the videos in my filming room, you've probably seen these before. Also clusters of paintbrushes. I have one like this, which is like skinny little paintbrushes. And then I have one like this, which is kind of like bigger paintbrushes that's up here. So, you know what? I felt like I had another thing of paintbrushes. Well, I love paintbrushes. So sometimes I just have like the odd paintbrush, just a random paintbrush. My teeth. Why am I blue? I'm blue, da boo dee da boo die. I don't know why my camera does this. We're just blue now. I'm sorry about that. Hopefully it'll fix itself. How do I fix this? How do I get off this thing? Is that fixing it? No, that made it more blue. What's happening here? This little guy. Look at him. He's so cute. He's so old and worn. You kind of don't know if he's a monkey or a bear. I think he's a bear, but look, no eyes, no facial features of any kind. He's just sort of a fuzzy thing that I love. And he also has a key on his foot. What does the key unlock? Do you guys ever wonder about stuff like that? Okay, focus on the key, not on my face. Thanks so much. A tiny little key, which I kind of want to like turn into a necklace or something. Also, I have this book, which I just thought sounded like a very interesting read. It's about stalking. I love books about cults and true crime and all kinds of stuff like that, all kinds of stuff like this. Stuff like that. You get what I'm trying to say. Next, I've got the number 2. I don't know why. I liked it. It's a printer's block, and for some reason this one has like white dots painted on it. I don't know what that means. This, which is very, very old. It's from the 1800s, I believe. And I love old patchworky kind of quilts. That's why I generally always have 1 or 2 used as a backdrop for my videos. And I think somewhere it has a date. Oh my God, I almost knocked over that globe again. I thought it had a date somewhere. Oh yeah, well this is just crazy. Oh yeah, 1882. So this was like some sort of commemorative ribbon, and at the top it says from like 1782 to 1882. So it at least has fabric that's that old. You can see a lot of people like wrote their initials. Some people like embroidered their initials. There's a spot over here that says Alice. So I just think that is so fascinating. And it's just literally kind of any little strips of fabric that they could find, which I think is fascinating. I'm assuming a lot of this came from like clothes or curtains or like just whatever they had, which that kind of stuff, love it. I love all kinds of things with different patterns and textures. It's just rich in history, and boy do I love things like that. Ooh, Santa's coming. I kind of want to turn this into like a keychain or something. I literally don't know what it is. It says apply anti-phlogiston warm and thick. What does that mean? I don't know. But I kind of want to turn this into either like a keychain that I could wear clothing wise or like a necklace. It's so cool. When I bought it, there was like a little sticker on it that just said it was a tool. So I literally don't know if this is like some kind of food thing. Well, warm and thick. I don't know what the hell that could mean, and I'm not gonna use my imagination. Oh my gosh, this was actually, it says Wilton, Chicago. So this must have been cake topper. So obviously this is much newer than most items that I get from Uncommon Objects, but you guys know that I love little dolls and plastic babies, and so I thought he would go perfectly in one of the shelves in my filming room where I have kind of like more modern dolls. I also have this, which I just thought was kind of fun. It's like Jingle Bells. I think it must be used for like instruments or something, because it's actually on like kind of a stick so that you could use it to like, you know, shake at some sort of like, if it was appropriate for a song. Then I have something wrapped in paper, and it is this really cool green car. I used to exclusively buy pieces in this sort of like blue-green color, and now for the past like year and a half I've been really into kind of this chippy like white, more like neutral colored stuff. Who am I? Up next, I don't know why I like this so much. It's a freaking rabies tag. What is it about me and rabies lately? Like so many rabies jokes, just drawn to rabies. I really don't want rabies. I don't know where I'm going with that, but it's a freaking rabies tag. This would honestly make a really cool earring if I'm being quite honest. And then, of course, I found this little guy. You know, I had to get my boy Napoleon. I found an itty bitty tiny little bronze Napoleon statue. There he is, looking regal as ever with a little N. There he is. I also have this cute little puppy dog made of fabric, clearly homemade. Love little folk animals like this. And he can actually stand up on his own because he has like these really wide flat feet. So I thought that he would just look really cute on one of my shelves. Clearly he was extremely loved and now is loved again. But this was like clearly somebody's special little friend because he's been repaired like many times, which I feel like that's why I love things like this, because clearly they tell a story. They've been so well loved, and like I just love to keep and cherish items like this because I feel like I'm doing these objects and their owners, like I'm respecting them. I'm respecting their beloved items. Next, I've got this thing. Oh, I know what this is. Ew, I'm excited. Okay, it's very chippy. It's kind of scary. Do you ever kind of like sometimes love things that also frighten you just a little bit? Because I am pretty scared of like rust and metal, and particularly getting it in my eyes. I had to have this. I love it so much. It's the letter B, and it's clearly like metal signage from somewhere, but it's like an old English letter B. Oh, there's a pair of them in here. Where's the other one? Well, we're missing one. Gosh dang it. Unless he took one already. This is Dogman's. I don't exactly know what these are called, so forgive me, but he loved them, and he has like a library area, and so I think he wanted to use them as bookends because they are very heavy. Dogman loves collecting stuff like this, and his room is actually like kind of like this color. It's like a very dark, I always like call this like a wine color, but I don't know. So I don't know what this is really, but it looks cool and it's his, so he could probably explain it better than I could if he was here. We're already at our last object, getting ready for the season. It is a gigantic ceramic skull bank. Now, I would never use it as a bank because I feel like it's like too fragile. I also feel like, well, you know what? You could get the coins out. There's no stopper, but you guys know, I'm sure you know, that like old piggy banks used to not have a stopper and they would all be glass, and you would actually, if you wanted to get the money out, you'd actually have to break it with a hammer, which just makes me so sad. I could never do that. I'm trying to decide how to film this video because so many of you guys have requested for me to do a video all about like cleaning and organizing my closet. And for Vlogoween, I would honestly love to kind of like redecorate this sort of like backdroppy area and make it like more appropriate for the season. So I think that that's one of the reasons why I moved my little skeleton in here, and also I feel like that's one of the reasons why I was inclined to buy this guy. Well, I just love skulls, so honestly I love skulls and skeletons. I don't know why I do, but I have my whole life. I was just born a creep. That is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed looking at some of my old antique-y things. I love sharing these items with you guys. And that is all I can say about that. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today and for watching. If you're not already and you'd like to be, hit that button down below. Subscribe, become a member of the Swamp Family, and give an alligator its wings. Also, if you want, you can like me on Facebook, facebook.com/graveyardgirl, or you can follow me on Twitter, Tumblr, or Instagram at graveyardgirl. Same way it's spelled here. I love you guys so much, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Bye!